What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate the like. What's up, Mike? Happy Friday, bro. How's it going? Is it hot where you at? Let's see how many people we getting in the chat today. Wow, we got 2 likes. I only see 1 person in the chat. There you go. 7 people. What's up, y'all? Cody, what's good with you? What's good with you? Appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. How you doing? Hot? Is it a hot Friday for you as well? It's like 104 out here. Roselle, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's around 80 right there for you, Mike. Yeah, that's nice. That's some nice weather right there. Man, it's been brutal. It's been brutal out here. Yeah, so all right on Cody. You know, it's a little bit easier to do the lives and a little bit easier to do the lives than it is for me to actually take the time to make a video, edit the video, put it out. You know what I mean? I could just sit down at the computer and get to it. So it's definitely a lot easier. So I appreciate you all for stopping through, hanging out with me for a little bit. I appreciate the support that I got yesterday. I thought the comments were going to be a lot crazier, you know, being that, you know, a lot of shit happened in the fish room, but you know, I could tell I had some real ones that was in the chat that understand that things happen. You know, sometimes things are out of our hands and things happen. You know, so that leads us to today's topic. Giselle's like 81 there. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. That's some nice weather. That's some nice weather right there. 81, that's like perfect, man. Get in the pool, you know what I'm saying? Walk around with your shirt off type of weather. You know what I mean? When it starts getting towards the hundreds, that's when it becomes a problem. But Cody said you lost a pod. I remember you lost a pod. Yeah. You're right on, Mike, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Scott, I appreciate that. So that kind of like leads us to today's topic, man. So I want to talk to y'all about, you know, anybody that's been around the channel for a minute, rocking with me, y'all know that, you know, I've been an advocate for predator fish, not necessarily monster fish. Never really been an advocate for monster fish, but the predator fish, I've always been like, hell yeah, I want the predator fish. Like that's always been my thing, right? But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that it's worth the hassle? Do y'all think it's a hassle? What do y'all think? I'm kind of curious because I changed my mind. I don't think I'm not gonna give up on my predator fish, but it's kind of not worth the hassle, man. It's not worth the hassle. If you have enough tanks to where you could keep setting up your monster fish that you really want in individual tanks and things like that, that's cool. Like that's cool. But then you might end up with 30 tanks, like how I just had. But if that's not the case, do you think it's worth the hassle? Some of them are, you know, may seem like they're worth it. What do you think? Last time I was at hunting, maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's been a hot summer. We a few days ago, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, it was like 113. They said it hasn't been that hot in Sacramento since 1920. Ridiculous. It's been a hot summer. Andre, let's say okay, so we got a question. I'm gonna address this question real quick. So you say if I had a 5-star, you like to know whether or not you could keep blue ram or pistol grandma. What size tank do you want to keep them in? I would say at least a 55 gallon, 60 gallon, Andre. at a minimum. Cody, you need to do some tropical, bro. Michael Tanks. Cody, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's why I said yesterday I don't plan on replenishing any of the fish that I lost. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the fish that I still have left still occupy all the aquariums I have. They all still get large. I still got my red dove eyes. I still got my giant gouramis. I still got all my arowanas, my jardinis. I still got a lot of fish that get big that definitely need to be put into, big aquariums or individual aquariums. My tigerfish still got him. I'm gonna have to upgrade him to probably like a 120 to 180 or 225. So I definitely got to make sure that I still got room for him. Cody said you keep the pistols in the 20 long and the rounds in the 65. Yeah, but he said he got a 5-star. So I got the 5-star. The 5-star is going to definitely get a little big. They get like 5 to 6 inches. So you need more room for the 5-stars. Fish Fam Link, I appreciate the love, man. Thank you. But yeah, so I don't think that they're really worth the hassle like that anymore. You know what I mean? If you have 1 or 2 select fish that you really want to keep and you want to keep them at a species on the aquarium, one fish in the aquarium, that's cool. But the thing that I'm realizing is that everything is good until it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had these fish together for years, some of them for years. You know what I mean? And some still are good, but a lot of the times, like it'll just trip. It'd be like a circuit. You know what I mean? Like the lights are on, all of a sudden, just the circuit of trip lights off. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it's a problem. And when you spend your money on these fish, you develop a relationship with these fish. You spend time taking care of them and things like that. You don't expect for things like that to just happen overnight. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, we might not have multiple aquariums where we could just instantly set them up and move fish around and things like that. So in instances like that, it's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the hassle. Even though we get a lot of pleasure out of a lot of these larger fish, predatory fish, extremely fun to feed, watching their personalities, seeing how they interact with their environment, the decor in the aquarium and things like that. We get a lot of joy out of that. But in the end, if you have them with other fish, understand that things can happen. You know what I'm saying? I still have predatory fish in down near every aquarium, aside from the ones that has the betta tank, the betta fish. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, still all predatory. And I'm not taking them back. I'm just rolling the dice like how we all got to do when we decide to keep these predatory fish. And like I said, I was an advocate for predatory fish. So yeah, if you could take anything from what I've experienced over the past month and a half, just keep that in mind before you go out and buy some of these fish. You know what I'm saying? Are you just a fish keeper? Or are you a predatory fish keeper? Or are you a monster fish keeper? We ain't even talking about the monster fish. Some predatory fish are monster fish. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talking about monster and predatory fish, catfish. You know what I mean? Like those are big monster-sized wet pets. Red-tailed cats, tiger shovelnose, ripsaw catfish, tigritas. The goonch, the periba. It's a lot of big, large predatory catfish, monster fish, and those guys not only need an extra large size aquarium, but they get to the size of where they could eat a fish that's probably, 15 inches. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a big, either dove, you could have a big jaguar, you could have a big Oscar, you could have a lot of different fish, and they're large enough to just end it all in one bite. You know what I mean? And I know that right there is just as bad as, watching the smaller fish get picked on to the point of where, you end up having to take it out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if I could do it all again, If I could do it all again, I probably still would have most of these fish, though, honestly. Still have most of these fish, only because I still really love to keep the fish that I do have. Like I love the doveye. Y'all know how much I love the doveye. My arowanas, I don't really count those as predatory fish like that, even though they are and they're monster fish. You know, I haven't seen like an arowana just, you know, kill. Well, I haven't experienced it personally. My arowana going after and killing any fish. Usually they get spooked to the point, you know, where they want to jump and things like that. But I've never seen them go after and just eat a fish or anything like that. Now, when you have like the Jardini and the arowana, you tend to have some problems there. But yeah, I love the fish I got. I love the fish I got. I just wish that I wish I had a bigger fish room so I could have much larger tanks so I could space them out. You know, if I had the same amount of tanks that I have now, and I was able to have them all in like, you know, 400-gallon tanks and bigger, also bigger, larger volume, it's easier to maintain, things like that. So if I had that, I'll be happy. But being that I have like one large 800-gallon pond, my fish room is probably like 500 square feet, maybe 550 square feet. You know, I'm really limited on what I could keep. You know what I mean? I'm really limited on how big I could go with the aquariums. You know, I'm really making room and making time and, you know, trying to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know that 1,300-gallon is coming. I cannot wait to get that done. And immediately after that 1,300-gallon, then I got to focus on doing my 800-gallon pond. I need to expand that. I need to go 12 foot. You know what I'm saying? That's only 2 extra feet. But I really need to give them, you know, that upgrade. You know, once I give them that upgrade, then I can move my albino air. I might move the albino arowana before that. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about moving that albino arowana into the 800-gallon with Kobe. But, you know, if I could, I would definitely go a lot bigger. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all follow Aquarium Domain, but that dude, he got so much space. I mean, he built that 4,500-gallon. Well, I don't know how long that damn tank is, but he got a 4,500-gallon. I think it's like 30 feet or something like that. An insane amount of space. You know what I mean? Then he got the 22-foot, 3,000-gallon, and he's turning into a salt water. That's the space that I like. That's the space that I like. But yeah, let me get to some of these comments. I missed that comment, Cody. You said that you don't know what a 5-star is, man. It's I had one. Let me show you what the 5-star general is. It's like a hemichromis fasciatus. Let me show you. Right. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a cool looking little fish right there. Probably seen it before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But that's what the 5-star general look like. Andre don't have room in place. You got a 15-gallon tank. Stick with that 15-gallon. Stick with that 15-gallon. Making an extra channel, film while you work, and the channel name can be Day in Life in Cleveland. I thought about that, but the jobs that I do, you know, I think it's like liability. You can't really. I do a lot of commercial buildings. I do a lot of commercial work, right? So I can't really just set the camera up and have the camera inside of these, you know, commercial spaces, you know, and be posting it online. You know what I mean? It's, you know, otherwise I would. I thought about it. Sometimes I am behind the scenes and I can't do it as long as I'm not showing any of the logos or anything like that. I thought about it. Mike G, up, man. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 foot long by 4 foot wide, something like that. Anyway, I really want a phantom red tail. Okay, Mike G, we almost on the same page. You know, I'm doing 12 foot by 4 foot by. I was gonna go 4 foot, like by 3.5 foot. 3.5 foot. Those are some good dimensions. As far as that phantom red tail, it could get to the width of that aquarium. It could get 4 foot. So That might not be big enough for a phantom redtail. Cody, that's right. Mistakes come from the mistakes. Wisdom come from mistakes that we make for sure. 100%. Only like 6 likes. Let's get them likes up, people. Yeah, we got 8 likes now. Right on, Cody. Drizel, I have problems with my green tears. I had for 4 years. Just one day the fish are cool, and then the next RIP to my big eyes. Yep, Drizel, for sure. That's exactly how they go. It's exactly how I go. Everything is good until it's not good. I'd be devastated if all of a sudden I start having issues inside that 800-gallon pond. Right now, that's one of the places where everybody just coexisting peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's a lot of predators in there and they do bicker a little bit, I haven't had to take anybody out because they didn't got bullied on or anything like that. So, fingers crossed that continues to happen. Michael Myers, what's going on? What's going on? Shout out to Belgium. My wife and my dad are trying to start an online store to sell fish, but at the moment we are trying to get more species to breed. Yeah, are you thinking about a lot of smaller fish? Guppies are real easy to breed. A lot of people are buying guppies because they're cheap. Platies, mollies. Yeah, it's a lot of easy fish to breed that don't take a lot. Man, speaking of breeding, it's not really breeding, but man, those water hyacinth, I wish that you were local, Cody. I'll slide you some of these water hyacinth and water lettuce. I mean, it's getting out of control in that pond. It's getting out of control in that pond. If you grab you some water lettuce or some water hyacinth, anybody, if you grab some, just get like two of each. In due time, it's going to spread rapidly to the point to where you're going to be trying to get that shit away. It says we want to click on from South Africa. What are you talking about? I'm talking about a lot. Talking about a lot, Sizzle. You said you liked fish more than me? Probably so. What else we got? Yeah, right on, Cole. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yep. Okay, you remember currently bringing super red plecos and lemon blue eyes plecos, 2 babies from blue eye. Okay. Yeah. The plecos are expensive. The plecos get expensive. So yeah, if you breed them, yeah. Anything that's going to allow you to set up maybe a 20-gallon to a 40-gallon and breed the fish is probably a good thing. When you start breeding things like Oscars, red devils, dove eyes, things like that, it gets a little difficult. Because now you need an extra large aquarium to house all of these big fish. These Fridays going to turn into big fish. So anything that allows you to do that. All right, Sizzle, get your ass up out of here. Definitely wrong chat for you. Get up out of here. But yeah, one day when we get more income, I'm gonna send you a gift box full of different types of money's tight right now. I feel you, Cody. Money is definitely tight as well. Yeah. Just hell now, I'm just doing my Mbuna. Got like 50 plus fish and fry. Yeah. So what you gonna end up? So you gonna keep them in that tank or what? What you gonna do? What size tank you got them in? But yeah. So man, I set up a pool for us to swim in. One of those little 1,200-gallon above ground pools. I set one of those up. We went swimming in that for one day, and then every day after, that thing was extremely hot. I mean, the temperature it's hotter in that pool than it is outside because we got to cover it up. You know, we don't want no bugs to get in there and things like that. So we haven't been able to get in it since we set it up. That was the worst thing that we could have done, was fill that thing up with 1,200 gallons of water. Now, moving forward, what I think I might do with that, I might move that right next to the koi pond, and I probably will put something else in there. I'll probably put some of those water hyacinth, water lettuce, and I'm thinking I might connect it, you know, to the pond. So basically pump water into it, you know, let it do its thing, pump right back into the pond. That's kind of like what I'm thinking about. If I got enough room, it's a 10-foot round pool by 39 inches. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I might do that. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Andre have ever set up a plants tank? Yeah, I got plants in a few of my tanks. I got plants in all the aquariums inside of the other fish room. I got plants in there. I got plants inside of the wolffish tank. I got plants inside of the tigerfish tank. Man, plants is a natural way of filtering your aquariums. I'm an advocate for that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely try to tell everyone that natural filtration is much better than any other sort of filtration, whether it be mechanical, whether it be chemical. You know what I'm saying? Natural way of filtering your aquariums or your ponds is the best way to go. So get as many plants as you possibly can. And sometimes you can't really put plants in the aquariums with like the fish that we like to keep, the predatory fish. So if that's the case, what you do is you build you an above the tank sump, or you could shove some plants inside of your hang on the back filter. You know, those are the first two ways that I would recommend, you know, adding plants to your aquarium. Above the tank sump, or just put them into the back of your hang on the back filter. You know, it's going to immediately start doing what it's supposed to do, start pulling nitrates out the water, you know, hence giving your fish a happy, healthier life. Kelly said, get a 450-gallon pool and have a pool full of African cichlids. I think it depends on where he's at. I depend on where he's at. Oh, you have me at 275 gallons? Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Basically equates to 150 gallons. That's pretty decent. Man, the black widow frontosa has grown a lot. I'm gonna have to show y'all that in the upcoming video soon. I want to show y'all everything that's been going on in that room. It's you know, it's a mess right now. It's a disaster right now. I got to go to work early in the morning, so you know, I just thought that I could get on here, tap in with y'all, chop it up for a little bit. Andre, if you had what kind of substance would you put it? Are you talking about substrate? You got a couple options. You could either do the dirt, you know what I'm saying? Get you some dirt, put it on the bottom, then cover it up with some sand, then cover it up with some rock so it doesn't float up to the top, right? You could do that. Or you could there's media. There's actually a substrate for plants that you could also add into your on the bottom of your aquarium. Some plants don't really need any of that. You know, anubias don't really care if you have that dirt or have that substrate. You could literally attach it to a rock. You could attach it to some driftwood. You could leave it floating, or you could just put it inside of your sand or your gravel. It'll grow just fine. You know what I mean? That's why I'm really I always keep anubias. I keep java fern. I keep the Amazon swords. Very easy to handle, hard to kill. Just make sure that you providing them with a good light, and that's all you need. So I'm a fan of those three types of plants. Place in if you tight on money and get you some nice Carib sea sand. Man, that play sand is cheap, but is it really affordable? Do you think it's affordable, Cody? Because from my experience, it takes so much water to clean it that you end up probably spending the same amount of money as you would spend if you bought some sand that was actually meant for the aquarium. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Anybody else? Anybody else got experience with that play sand? I mean, I got bags of it. That play sand is in all of my aquariums. But like I said, sometimes I challenge myself and wonder, like, am I really saving some money? All this water that I'm using to try to clean the sand and it still never get clean. Now, if you go buy the aquarium sand from the store, from like Petco, PetSmart, things like that, you barely got to wash it. Brazil, yeah, exactly. So yeah, okay. We have somebody else that agree that it takes too much to clean it. No, Cody, of course you got to clean all your sand, but the amount of water that you need to use to clean sand that's actually meant for the aquarium is significantly less than the amount of water that you need to clean play sand. You don't have to use as much water. You don't have to use it. It don't take as much time or any of that. What's up? What's up, King Adams? I appreciate you, man. What's going on? What's going on? Man. Depends on what kind of predators you're talking about. We talking about datnoids, barramundi, clown knives, or we just talking about trimac dovai jaguars? Well, I was actually talking about any predator fish. I don't really consider datnoids. Barramundi might be. I've never had a barramundi. Clown knife. I don't really consider those predator fish. I've never had. I mean, I have a clown knife. I've had plenty of clown knife fish. Never had a datnoid, but they're not as aggressive as. Since you gave the example, the dovai, the jaguar, trimac, those are pretty aggressive fish. Now, yeah, do you think they're worth the hassle? A lot of people say keep the dovai by himself, right? A lot of people say you got to keep him by himself. I've heard people say the same thing about the jaguar. I heard people say the same thing about the trimac. Is it worth it then? Maybe so. Maybe so. Animal Instinct, what's going on? What's going on? It's all good, Andre. It's all good. Appreciate you. Man, Cody, I'm through with you, bud. Man, I don't even believe you, bud. Oh, my goodness. So you went to the park with 2 5-gallon buckets and you took the sand, huh? Oh, shit. Yeah, man. That's hella funny. That's hella funny. That was a good laugh. I needed that. Man. Yeah, I hope the rest of the chat seen that. man, I believe you, man. Shit, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I went and just collected all my rock from my pond. I didn't pay for a single rock. You know what I mean? And pond is fully rocked up, all on the outside and all that. So I get it. I don't know if I would have tried to stand for the park though. I feel like, man, they probably would have came and got my ass. Man, Rob, what's going on with you? What's up? Man, Animal Instincts, man, that's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. Man, what have I been cooking up? You might have missed the live from last night, man. Took a lot of losses in the fish room, man. Fish is going crazy, Yeah, they've been going after each other. You know what I mean? Feuding, fighting, doing what they do, and I've taken some losses, but I'm bouncing back from that. You know what I mean? It was a challenge. It was a test to let me know whether or not this is something I really want to continue. You know what I mean? It's kind of easy to, to fall off the horse, fall off the bike, man, to get discouraged and give up when you constantly or when you lose, so many animals that you really, not only really wanted, but you spent the time, the money, the energy, all of that. It's sometimes when you take those hits, it's hard to bounce back from them. It's hard to bounce back from them. Shit, man, I damn near didn't want to. You know what I mean? But, it was a test. And when I get tested, I pass that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, pressure tested all the time. You know what I mean? I'm going to rise to the occasion every single time. So, it was a test, and, I'm back at it. You know what I mean? I never wavered from wanting to build my 1,300 gallon, even if it was going to end up being freshwater. Hell, if I would have lost everybody in that 225, which I didn't, but if I would have lost them, I still would be building that 1,300 gallon, and it'd be freshwater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have enough fish that I want to see grow out that I need to make sure that I provide a home for them that they could live in for life. You get what I'm saying? Like, my African tiger fish, man, that's one of my favorite fish, y'all. That's one of my favorite fish. The wolffish finally kind of got up out of his shell. You know what I mean? He's back to eating night crawlers and things like that. So I'm happy about that. He's an interesting fish to keep. And, I like how he get down, but the African tiger fish, man, if y'all haven't seen those shorts, definitely take a look at those shorts. I mean, he's super aggressive, super personable, and I want to see him at full size. So whatever I got to do to make sure that happens, that's what I'm going to do. And then, as you know, I got the 800 gallon, with Kobe in there. I got my Feste. Matter of fact, I moved the Feste out. I forgot to tell y'all that. Yeah, I moved the Feste out. So I did. So it was some problems going on in there. I don't know who was giving her some problems, but I caught her one day looking a little down. You know what I mean? She got her little fin tore up a little bit, not too much, a little bit, but enough to make me say I'm about to get her up out of there because, we love that Feste. That one's been around for about 4 years now. I've had that Feste for about 4 years now. So, yeah, like I was saying, building that 1,300 gallon is still coming up. I just finished building my stand to move the 225 off of and to hold the 225 during the time of me building that 1,300 gallon. Once I'm done building that 1,300 gallon, then I'm going to have another 225 gallon that I am going to turn into a freshwater aquarium. I'm going to take it to the other fish room, and I'm probably going to put my African tiger fish in there. You know what I mean? Y'all know they get a little large. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure it got room to grow out. So it's going to go into that aquarium. My albino silver is going to go inside the pond. The Giardini is going to end up going into the 225 during the time while I finish building whatever hell else I got to build in there. But yeah, I've been cooking though. Getting to it. Just a lot of things going on behind the scenes. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. What did I miss? What's up, Mr. Pooh? It was happening. What's good? Cody said I try to get everything from nature, from driftwood, rock, sand, everything. I just clean it before I add it. Hey, you gotta boil that driftwood though. That's one thing I'll be nervous about. You gotta boil that driftwood. If you can. But yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with getting stuff for the free 99. I love things that cost $3.99. I've had some fish come up missing, fooling around with the clown knife, and dad noise too. The difference is that with stickless you usually find a body. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I didn't know that the dad noise was getting down like that. I didn't know at all that dad noise were aggressive. I didn't know that. If I would have known that, I probably would have had a dad noise by now. I thought they were on like the level of what's a good comparison? I thought they were like on the level of probably like a geophagus. I know it's different, but I thought they were like on the level of like a geophagus. I didn't think that they were aggressive at all. I've never seen or heard anybody complain about the datnoid being aggressive and doing any damage to any fish. I could believe that about the clown knife though. I had an African knife fish that was pretty aggressive. And you take a loss, this ain't no joke. Take my hand, I've been going through it too, my guy. I appreciate the realness, animal instincts. You know, people be trying to make it seem like that they don't go through things like, you know, fish don't get sick, they don't take any losses, things like that. But come on, man, like who you lying to? You know what I mean? What you got, you know, if things happen, you gotta live. You got a living animal. You know, you cannot always maintain and keep everything in order. You know what I mean? Like it has a life of its own. Things are going on with it. We're not scientists. We're not microbiologists. I mean, marine biologists, things like that. So how in the hell are we supposed to know? You know, if a fish gets sick or if it dies, you know what I mean? We can't, you know, sometimes we can tell if it's skinny, probably had internal parasites. If it had Popeye or something like that, had Popeye. You hole in the head, you see the little, you know, the little pinholes in the head. We know that kind of happens and things like that. If it's shredded up, we know it got picked on. But you know, things happen. You know what I mean? They live in a whole nother world inside of our aquarium. So, you know, it's a trip how some people try to make it seem like they don't go through things. You know what I mean? But you know, shit, man. I'm here to tell you, you know, I go through it just like y'all. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. All we can do is just keep moving forward, learn from it, try to do better, especially if it's our fault. But if it's not our fault, you just got to be okay with it. Just got to be okay with it. You know, when we talk about predator fish, man, I tell you like this. I had so many people say get angelfish, get angelfish. Angelfish are not aggressive, things like that. The fuck if they're not? The fuck if they're not? I had angelfish and they literally fought to the point of where each one was KIA and to the point of where I only had one left. And then that one ended up just passing away. You know what I'm saying? I've had guppies pick on each other. I've had T-bone tetras pick on each other. You know, so it's like you just never know. You know what I mean? You can't always assume that a predator fish is a big, large fish with teeth. You know, it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry you had some losses, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us in the chat can relate to it. And if you can't relate, that's all good too. I don't wish any losses or any hardships on anybody, especially anybody in this chat. Right on, Ryan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Real talk. Robert, my blue crayfish had babies. Now I got a 55-gallon tank full of them. I wish I could get some of those from you. Yeah, I wish I could get some of those from you. Hey, you know how to tell whether or not you got a male or female too, right? You know how to sex the crayfish. You know, you flip them upside down and right there by where the tail meet, you know, you got those two little, you know what I'm saying? If they got it, it's a male. If they don't, it's a female. Maybe add some colder water. Maybe them fish hot. The short Trizelle, they definitely be hot. They definitely be hot. I've done that too. Right now, I got the AC going in the room. I got the big fan blowing in the room right across the top of the tank, trying to keep the tanks cool. I haven't taken any losses from fish from heat. Not this summer. But the corals, like I said, the corals took a hit. You know, I counted my corals earlier to see how many I have left because I said yesterday I got 5. I got 7 left. And, you know, the Zoa, Acan, Monopora, Clove Polyp, Pulsing Xenia, Hammer Coral. You know, I got some left. I got some left that's been able to tolerate the heat. Sammy, what's up? What's up? I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. Thank you. I've had fish that look bragging worthy at night and then checked on them in the morning and they're, yep. I could definitely relate to that. Man. And that's the worst. It's you know, you go to sleep and you got all, you know, all of your prize winning fish inside the aquarium, and you wake up in the morning and one is, one is KIA. Man, that's the worst. That's the worst because you didn't even have a chance to do anything about it, and that's what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, when my puffer fish did that to my eels, it ain't like that they were picking on the eel and then I didn't do anything about it. I would have separated them immediately. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know I was really favoring my eels. I had 2 puffer fish and I had 3 eels inside the 125. I would have done everything I could to make sure nothing like that happened. It's only been certain instances where I was like, don't got nowhere to put anybody else. It is what it is. But at that point, I would have been able to move somebody out. But, eel went missing for a few days. When he reappeared, looked like somebody took a razor to him. Just put a slice right down his back. When Bart jumped out, now I'm feeling like maybe he got spooked. Bart was a scary eel. You know what I mean? Maybe he got spooked. Maybe the horn shark scared him and he jumped out. You know what I'm saying? When I lost the black edge eel, you know what I mean? Obviously, one of the puffers spooked him. He jumped out. If I would have seen the puffer fish going after him or anything like that, I would have got the puffer fish up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it's the worst when you don't even have a chance to step in and doing something about it. You know what I mean? That's the worst. Or if it happened in front of your eyes. I mean, I've seen fish get, I buy a fish, I add a fish or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's trying to evade the other fish and just hit a rock. Bam. Bust a swim bladder. Done. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it could happen quick. It could happen quick. Andre, have you ever had an all-in-one tank? If you have, do they? What? Have I ever had an all-in-one tank? No, I haven't. I'm Mr. DIY. You know what I'm saying? So I like to, do it myself. Just like with the saltwater aquariums, I don't buy, the water box, the Red Sea aquariums. I buy a regular aquarium that could work for freshwater, and I convert it and make it work for saltwater. So the same thing with the freshwater aquariums. You know what I mean? I will never have an all-in-one because I want to build my filtration for the most part. If I don't want to build it, I still want to manipulate it to where it turns the water volume over multiple times within an hour. You know what I mean? Basically what I'm saying is if I have a 30 gallon, I wanted to turn the water over 3 times. I need something that's going to filter the aquarium, 90 gallons per hour. You know what I mean? So I'm an advocate for people finding a filter or finding filtration that's going to turn the water volume over as many times as possible. That will allow you to have growth and have range when it comes to adding fish, doing water changes. You know what I mean? If you get a 30 gallon aquarium and you put on there a 30 gallon filter, what's going to happen? It's never going to be able to exceed it. If you overpopulate or overstock that tank, you're going to have problems. But now if you have a filter that's going to turn the water volume over once or twice or 3 times or even 4 times, you know what I mean? You can add more fish. Not saying that you necessarily want to, but you definitely want to have more. More is always better than less or even the proper amount. I don't like the proper amount. And when you have the all-in-one tanks, a lot of times it's the proper amount. You got a 75 gallon tank, they're going to give you a pump that works for a 75 gallons per hour aquarium. Water volume. And the thing is, a lot of these pumps and things like that, over time, they depreciate. So all of a sudden, you might have had a pump that worked for 150 gallons per hour, and now after a year, it's only 100 gallons per hour or 75 gallons per hour if it's a cheap ass pump. So no all-in-ones. That noise are hunters. They can swallow fish have their signs. I have not seen that shit. I have not seen anybody else seen aggressive dat noise. I'm going to have to look up a video. Yeah, anybody else could tell me a story of a datnoid doing something like that? Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'm not going to interrupt the live, but I'm going to have to look that up. That's crazy. That's news to me. That is news to me. So what do you recommend? I know the 3 bar is like top dog. That's like the most expensive. I think the other bar is what, like 4 or 5 bar. Yeah. What could I keep them with? What could I keep a datinoid? Could I put a datinoid with like the Jardine? The datinoid could go with the Peacock Bass, Oscar. Any advice? Right on, Cody. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for keeping everybody with their eye on the prize, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. You have people who come on your YouTube channel claiming they don't be losing fish. We are literally keeping these fish inside closed artificial environments. Exactly. Right. That's right, though, Cody. Yeah. Technically, all fish are some sort of predatory fish. Exactly. Because in the wild, you know, they're they're opportunists. So if they have the opportunity and they're hungry and the fish is looking weaker, yeah. And you asked me, Cody, what is my dream community fish? I feel like I have it, man. That's the thing. Like, that's the reason why I said I wouldn't trade my fish. You know what I mean? If I could do it all again, I still would keep the ones that I got because I feel like I have it. I mean, there's been little tweaks that I would want to do, but my 800-gallon, that's that's kind of like then my dream, pond. I got my arowana, I got my buddy Carver, I got my red devils, I got my pikes in there. Now I would love to get my dovie back. I would love to get my dovie back. When those red dovie get bigger, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to. Hopefully they could get in there and they could survive. You know what I'm saying? I also have one of my Feste hybrids up in there, my Dovie Feste hybrids in there. So, my African knife and my African pike, that's pretty much my dream community tank. That's pretty much my dream community tank. I got it already. That's why I want to make sure that I do everything I possibly can to set them up for success, long term. You know what I mean? I do recognize that my 800-gallon is getting a little small for like Kobe and really Kobe. Kobe is like 30, probably like 32 inches right now, 32, 33 inches. You know what I mean? So I do recognize that I need more space for him. But, he's good for now. But that's the reason why I cannot ease up on what I need to do. I need to build that 1,300-gallon, get the experience that I need to make sure that when I build this 3,000-gallon, I'm going to take all the things I'm learning. I'm going to learn from the 1,300-gallon. I'm going to take it to the 3,000-gallon, and I'm going to do it a little bit better. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that everybody's going to be happy, So I have it already. We just caught around 20 rainbow darters. I need some more, though. Dance fish want to buy them from us so bad, but I need about 100 or 200 before I can ship to him. Yeah. Hopefully the shipping don't cost a lot of money. I shipped some fish to Tennessee, and the shipping was like $300. $300 for shipping to Tennessee, and then the box weighed 22 pounds. Box weighed 22 pounds. And I would assume maybe because it was 22 pounds, but shit, that's not that much weight. That's not that much weight, Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said I'm not shipping no more fish. I couldn't ask anybody to pay that price. You if you want 2 fish and then I want to ship it might cost, since it's lighter, let's just say half that. You know what I mean? $150. I can't, you know what I mean? That's too much money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sell those fish for $150. So I would have to sell them for probably like $220. We talking about the shipping materials, the price of the fish, and shipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much. So, I got a tank full of hybrids that I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with. And that's the next thing I got to figure out what to do with. I was thinking of probably throwing them all in there with Miami. Miami has some friends. who I ship through FedEx. Out here, FedEx is the only one that ships live fish or live animals. I try UPS. UPS don't do it. FedEx. Doing trap for sure. For sure, I could give you an update soon. I mean, I was just talking about how my water hyacinth and my water lettuce has just overrun the pond. You know how you see those videos and you see and people are complaining and all you see is plants and you know there's some water up under there somewhere. That's what the pond is looking like right now. DJ, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing? Definitely long time no see, man. Yeah, I've been cool though. I've been cool, just busy doing things behind the scenes, working a lot, as you can probably tell. I'm tired. I've been up since 3 a.m. Got to that gym, worked legs today. Can't skip leg day. Don't want to look like SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got to get up again real early in the morning because I got to work all weekend. But I'm here. Like I told the chat, I'll start probably doing more lives because lives are a lot easier for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Once I get done, it's uploaded. You know what I'm saying? If it was a video, I would have to record it. I'll have to edit it and then put it out. So we'll probably be doing some lives. You know, might even just do a live walk around the fish room. It might be a lot easier. You know, it'd be a little bit different because I have you on the iPhone and you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm pretty sure some of y'all might appreciate that. Yeah, that could work with the big fry. Sound well, just found a bunch of like saw the fitness stuff. I'm all for it. I need to get back in the gym myself. Facts, DJ. Yeah, I think we all need to, you know, consider living a healthier lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I was out of the gym for like 3 years. You know, ever since COVID hit, and they told me I couldn't go to the gym without having my vaccination card. Because but I wasn't getting vaccinated. So I'm still not vaccinated. I'm glad I didn't do it. But yeah, they told me I couldn't go in the gym anymore. So I was out for like 3 years, you know, and like I say, you know, when I'm out of the gym, I get injured. You know what I mean? My back get tight, you know, I end up on an injury reserve list. You know what I'm saying? So by me constantly strengthening and exercising my back and my body and all that, you know, I stay healthier. You know, I feel good. I feel stronger. You know, and y'all know this hobby, you need to be a little strong. You know what I'm saying? When you picking up these big ass rocks and you know, carrying around, you know, water, you know, buckets of water, you know, 5-gallon jugs of salt, things like that. You got to be a little fit. Going up and down ladders if you need to do that. You know what I mean? Running to the water fountain because you left that water running. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what I'm talking about. So you definitely got to be a little active, you know, to be a fish keeper. So, and if you're not, it's still going to keep your ass active. That's for sure. Okay. You say you lifting a few times a week? Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I appreciate you, DJ. Yeah, man. Where did you buy the black blasting sand from? So I got the sand off of Amazon. It's actually called Galaxy sand. Let me show you that, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it because it has like a little shimmer. You know what I mean? It's not just, they got a few different options. Let me show you. But some people get that black blasting sand from what's that shit called? Tractor Supply. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna show you the one I got. So there's two different kinds. They got the diamond black. Dang, come on now, motherfucker. They got the diamond black right there, and then they have the Galaxy. The Galaxy is a bit better. You can't tell, lights all in the, you know, hella bright, but the Galaxy one is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about that sand is that it's really light. So when you siphon your aquarium, you know, gravelback, sandback, you know, it's so light that you end up having to pinch the hose to prevent the sand from, siphoning out the aquarium. That's the only drawback on it. But it's really nice, especially if you have a fish that's like bright, white, yellow, orange, red, anything that black sand is gonna make the color on that fish pop. Okay, Mark, what's going on? What's going on with you? How you doing? Yeah, I'll definitely send him your love, man. We appreciate you. Tell Glenda that we said hi. Man, you already know, man. It's definitely a pleasure. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, DJ. You definitely got to be strong, man. Moving tanks around and all that. Yeah. Al 32. That's right, man. Doctor said the same thing. Yeah. Especially when we start getting a little up there in age, man. Like, I'm on the last stretch before 50, man. I got 9 more years, man. I'm not trying to speak that into existence overnight, but the reality of it, I'm on my last little decade before I hit 50. So I certainly got to make sure that I'm more healthy now than I had to kind of be concerned about in my 30s. I was a beast in my 30s, but now it's just more about, staying, staying active, staying healthy, worrying more about my diet, not so much being super strong, but being, shit, able to, agile, really, making sure you're not stiff. Uh-huh. What am I benching? Cody? I think I posted a video I did post a video. Posted a video on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I don't know if you follow me over there on my Facebook page, the Fish Corner, but you should check it out. I definitely post my fitness stuff over there. And I've maxed out at 345 the other day, but remind you, let me see my tracker. I've been back in the gym. I'll tell you right now how many days I've been back in the gym. I mean, you see the room is different. This is where I have to be, like where we are right now doing this live stream. I have my bench press right here. So I got the bench press up out of here. I don't work out at home no more. So let's see. I've been in the gym 30 times. So I've hit the gym 30 times. And within within like 4 days back into the gym, I hit 345, once. It wasn't an easy ass rep. I got it up. You know what I mean? But I haven't touched 345 again because I want to make sure that the next time I hit it, you know what I mean, I keep my back on the bench. You know what I mean? Y'all know that's a cheat. Some of y'all might know that's a cheat. You lift your back up to kind of like help you, and then you use your leg drive to help push that weight up. So I kind of did that. I kind of feel like that was a cheat move, you know what I mean? But it was either that or let the damn weight come down on me. So I wasn't about to let the weight come down on me and I didn't have a spotter. I don't ever have a spotter when I work out. That's why I work out within my limits. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm working out though, when I do sets of with the 295, you know what I mean? Just, 4 reps a set, you know what I mean? That's what I did last time. But yeah, I'm getting there. By the time within like the next 6 months, I'm gonna be back. The most I've ever bench pressed was 405. So I need to exceed that. You know what I mean? I'm like 235 right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also 6 foot, but I'm 235 right now. That's how much I weighed when I was a fucking monster 6 years ago. You know what I mean? But I definitely got some fat on me and shit now that I gotta kind of work that off and bring the muscle back more so. But overall, I definitely feel a lot better, feel a lot stronger, feel a lot happier, feel a lot more motivated. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. That's why I try to encourage, my viewers, my supporters, to do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not only just a lifestyle, but it's a life change. You know what I mean? If you've never been in the gym actively, putting in that work, you might not know what it feels. I'm talking to the man right now. You may not know what it feels like to leave that motherfucker and you on swole. You know what I mean? You got that blood just pumping through your muscles. You feel like you could, lift up a car. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels good. It's It's addictive. It's addictive. You know what I mean? And usually addiction is a bad habit, is a bad thing. But when it comes to your health, you know, it's good to be addicted to being healthy. You know what I mean? Fuck the ego lifting, you know, all of that. But just overall being healthy, caring about, you know, how you feel every day when you wake up. You know what I mean? You want to get out the bed and not, you know, hobble and, you know, limp and, you know, slow move to the fucking bathroom or wherever you're gonna go. You want to get out the bed. You want to get out of bed and feel like, get out of bed strong. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. The Tractor Supply got the dog food too. Is it for the low? All 32? Is the dog food for the low? I need to know. Right on, Cody. I'm gonna make you a moderator, man. Let's see how I can make you a moderator. Let's see if I can do that. Cody, yeah. There we go. Okay, okay. All right, Cody. Just made you a moderator, man. Just made you a moderator. Yeah, man. Start hooping? Nah, man. I'm not hooping, man. I'm not hooping. You know what I do? I like to train though. So I used to do boxing. And that right there is the best cardio. It's like no other. It's like no other. I mean, I used to be in those classes laying in a puddle of sweat. No exaggeration, man. Fucking shirt, sweat from here all the way down to my waistline. You know what I'm saying? The jump roping, that heavy bag. You know what I'm saying? The shuttle boxing, things like that. That's really where it's at. You know what I mean? That's some of the best conditioning that you could ever give your body. You know what I mean? So there we go. We got Cody in the blue. It's all good. It's all good, Cody. I appreciate you. But yeah, so that's what it's about. That's what it's about. You know, whether somebody hooping, playing tennis, swimming. You know what I mean? I don't know how to swim, but I know swimming is excellent cardio. It's really good for your lungs, really good for overall everything. So yeah, yeah. Andre, what's the best thing to keep algae out of your tank? I try to put snails in the tank. Andre, so let's break that down. What causes algae? Light and the food source, which is the nutrients, right? So you want to minimize the light exposure, and you want to minimize the nutrients that you're providing the algae in the tank. Also if you add plants in there, they could outcompete the algae for the nutrients and the light. So I would recommend feeding less, doing more water changes, making sure you got the proper filtration, and shorten the amount of time that you're having those lights on. A lot of the time, if you don't have no plants, just leave the light off for a few days. The algae is gonna die off. You know what I mean? But that don't really. Oh, what's up, Joey? What's going on with you, man? I appreciate the support, bro. Really appreciate the support, man. I've been fucking with you for a long time, man. You've been motivating me for years. Shout out to Joey, King of DIY. If y'all not already subbed, which y'all probably are. I mean, shit, I guarantee y'all are. But make sure y'all do, man. He's one of the reasons that I even started my channel in the first place, man. So yeah, Joey, yeah, big shout out to you, man. Uh, but yeah, so about that food source. So you just want to make sure that you're not giving this algae, the nutrients, the light, etc. As long as you keep it all that under control, you'll be good. You'll definitely be good. Yeah, Fish Fam Link, man. Yeah. Right. I know Joey. I seen Joey training today. I know you about to fuck Luke up. I know you gonna get his ass. Yeah, Luke ain't ready. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I hope that helps, Andre. I really hope that helped. Let me know how they go. Plants, minimize the feeding, minimize the amount of time that you keep those lights on, proper filtration, and water changes. Make sure you got a good water change schedule. Y'all got anything else? Because if not, I'm about to get up out of here. Thought I was gonna get 30 minutes in. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. I don't want it to get dry on us. It is hot as hell. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sweating and shit. Man. I don't know how hot it is right now, but I guarantee you. What's the word on the native pond? Good question, Cody. That's what I was telling you. I'm thinking of. I don't know if it's gonna be. All right, look. When I do this update of the pond in the front, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I got planned. I got that 1,200 gallon pond that's sitting right. Well, 1,200 gallon pool that's sitting right there in front of the garage door. I'm thinking I'm gonna empty it because I gotta empty it to move it. I'm gonna slide it right over next to the koi pond. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a pump in the koi pond that leads to that pool, and then I'm gonna have the water going back into the koi pond. So all on one system. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And if I could do that, if I still have room in my driveway, it's in a driveway. I just think that shit might look ugly. I think that might look ugly. So the initial plan was to put it in the backyard, but it's taking a long time to get that backyard up to par. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that anytime soon. What you think? Oh, you think that's gonna be nice? Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool though. That would be good, especially since I got to get all that water hyacinth out. I wish I could show you right now, but if I unplug the laptop, it probably cut off. That's one thing about leaving it plugged in all the time. It end up destroying that battery. But yeah, so we're just gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, that contributed. Big shout out to Joy for stopping through, showing some love. But yeah, we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna give y'all some update videos. I'll probably get off this chat and go and do a little update video right now for you on that pond. Like I said, if y'all are not following me over there on my Facebook page, The Fish Corner, you're definitely missing out. I post on there more than anywhere else. It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're not following me over there, just check it out. But yeah, so I'll do a quick little update video on the pond, show you all the problem I'm talking about. For Cody, I'm gonna make sure I show you what I was talking about with moving the pool over. And man, I mean, I wish I could. Matter of fact, I probably can show you how hot that thing is. I got a stat I can throw in here. But yeah, so we gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. And like I say all the time, if you're somewhere where it's hot, try to stay cool. If you're somewhere where it's cold, try to stay warm. Stay blessed. Have a great one. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.